I was subjected to that. I was subjected to a BBL in public, and it just made me so uncomfortable. Recording people in public without their consent is weirdo behavior. That is creepy. Why would you do that? Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, my name is Sin. On this channel, I talk about female directors and just women in the film industry as a way to inspire and motivate other women. Today is going to be a little different. I'm not going to talk about something that's solely film related. It has something to do with film, and we'll get into that, but it's mostly something that happened online. If you've been on this side of TikTok recently, you know about Loren and Melissa. Loren is a girl who recorded another girl in the gym and posted it online without her consent to bully her. Let's just call it for what it is. So, for those who don't know, let me catch you up to speed. Loren was in a Planet Fitness in Southern California, and she recorded Melissa, who was working out at the same gym. And the context of the video was that I guess Loren didn't approve of Melissa's BBL. This, of course, blew up for a multitude of reasons. We've got someone commenting on someone else's body. We got someone else recording someone else in public without their consent. We fall into the realm of what is fair use and what is allowed in public spaces. Yeah, it's a discussion. So since that video has blown up, Loren has doubled down. So Loren's stance is she likes natural bodies and she doesn't want to be influenced into plastic surgery, which is fair and a valid opinion to hold for yourself, not something very feasible to impose on others. So because of this, people have responded, rightfully so, not agreeing with her, because inherently that's not the comment she's trying to make, that she loves natural bodies and is embracing natural bodies and body positivity. If you go on her page now, her page is mostly just her doing workout. I guess she is like a fitness influencer, content creator, and that is her whole messaging, is working out and going to the gym. And since the incident blew up, a lot of like the titles she posts now are in reference to the original video, doubling down on her stance, insinuating that you shouldn't get BBLs. But I'm veering off track a little. The reason I want to talk about this on my channel and pertaining to film is because the defense Loren is making is that you can record others in public. There's this unspoken kind of rule that if you go out in public, you are subject to be recorded.
Anybody could record you in public without your consent. I would think you would know that, but obviously you don't. You have a BBL. You're obviously not out here for intellect. You're out here to get famous off your ass. Is that what you're trying to tell me in your DM? That you want people to view your videos because you have ass?
You cannot control what happens outside of your home. If it's in public, anything sort of goes. That is all fine and dandy. The reason Loren is wrong in this particular situation was because she wasn't in public. When we go out in public, we do kind of subscribe to this notion that we are being filmed, whether it is on someone's phone unbeknownst to us, whether it is on CCTV cameras in grocery stores and banks. You know, that's just something that we kind of subscribe to when we do enter these spaces. The problem with this, though, is when you enter a business, that tends to no longer be public property. Planet Fitness, I believe, is a private building. It's a private business. And so they have their own policies. And one of Planet Fitness's policies is that you cannot record other people with the sole purpose to judge and ridicule. Planet Fitness's whole thing is to be a judgment-free zone. This is the place where you come, however you are, to work out, because traditional gyms make you feel bad about yourself. And that sucks. Shit, their spokesperson is even Megan Thee Stallion.
Hello, my hot girl. Enough of this toxic nastiness. So she took her hottie to the judgment-free zone. Welcome to Planet Fitness.
If anything, they are promoting juicy asses. I'm kidding. But the whole premise of Planet Fitness and the way that they operate is to come, work out, pay a membership so you can work out in peace, judgment-free, and Loren's behavior goes against this policy. Not only are you not subscribing to the whole notion that is Planet Fitness in a judgment-free zone, you are actively judging and recording others to then put on the internet so other people can join in the ridicule. And something Loren also says is when you go in public and again, you're subscribed to possibly being recorded, you know, it's totally fine to do that. To a degree, it is totally fine. Like I was in film school and we had to practice panning a camera on a tripod to get that fluid shot. And so we recorded a lot of cars passing by on the street. We stood on the sidewalk on our campus and we just recorded cars, all class period, we just recorded cars. That does fall into that realm. You are technically allowed to record people in public. Without their consent, it's a little tricky. As an individual, for sure, totally. I want to bring up this sign. So individuals and productions, they play by two different rules. Productions are held to a higher standard because money is involved and just liability reasons. And an individual, there are different laws that apply. For an individual, you don't really have to get someone's consent to record them in a public space, which let me remind you, this was not a public space. And for productions, when you are taking a public space and if you don't cut off the public access and people are going to be in it, you have to advise them because you need their consent for them to appear in that film or TV show. And so what companies and productions will do is they'll put out these big signs all over, which like prominent entry points that give people the chance to opt out of appearing in TV shows and movies. Even if you're gonna be like a minuscule speck on one frame, because you're in the back, you're technically in the movie and they technically need your release for your image. So what companies and productions will do is they'll put these big signs saying, hey, by being in this space while we are recording, you are giving your consent. And they are totally liably in their right to do so. That's kind of where film and TV kind of ties into this whole thing about public space because yeah, sometimes people are recording in public, whether it's a production or an individual, and you should know your rights. And I know in the age of social media and like everyone has an opinion, naturally as humans, we are curious about other people. We love seeing what other people are doing. We love talking about it. We love having opinions about it. That is, in a sense, normal and healthy. I feel like social media has normalized recording other people in public because everyone kind of does it. You see it all the time. You see videos of other people being recorded all the time and people always form opinions. This isn't new. But just because people are doing something and just because something is continuously being done doesn't make it okay. Just because something is legally allowed doesn't make it okay. There were other instances in our history where other things were legally allowed, but it just wasn't morally right to do. So this, of course, blows up, and the problem I have with it is, although it's technically allowed to record other people in public, which again, she wasn't in public, it's just not right because she recorded that specific video with malintent. If you had just recorded yourself being like, hey, me personally, I think BBLs are getting out of hand. That is one thing, and that is an opinion you can have. You can totally think BBLs are ugly or, you know, acabando con la sociedad. Like you can totally hold the opinion that BBLs don't even look good. Like there's a whole trending sound like these BBLs are killing y'all. It is the funniest thing.
These BBLs killing y'all.
And that's totally an opinion to hold, but again, it is an opinion. What is not okay is bullying someone because of that opinion. Just because you like to be natural and you value your natural beauty and you don't really value cosmetic procedures doesn't make you better, and it doesn't make it okay to bully someone who doesn't hold the same opinions as you. And I think that's where Loren kind of gets lost because we aren't criticizing her stance on natural beauty. We're criticizing her stance on being a bully who doesn't really comprehend that you can hold an opinion without attacking someone else. This obviously blew up and it got around to the girl in the video, and she made a response video.
What's wrong with my BBL? You know, like, I love my BBL. I love my body, like.
And she DM'd her and she said, you know, hey, it looks like you're getting some traction because I appeared in your video. And Loren basically said like, oh, is that why you got a BBL? To get attention? And you know, it just made me so uncomfortable. Like I was subjected to that. I was subjected to a BBL in public and it just made me so uncomfortable. Don't look at her. I don't know what to tell you. What is she supposed to do? Like, she has, okay. I remember being in high school. Freshman year of high school, I'm laughing at a meme, and then it dawns on me. This isn't like a cartoon I'm laughing at. This isn't like a cartoon and then like a joke about the cartoon. This is a whole human being. Like on the other side of this screen, there is a person that's being ridiculed for my entertainment at their expense. I don't know this person. It's so viral that the identity of this person could possibly be lost in the ethers. I'll never know who this person truly is. But that's still a person, and they still live a life. In their social circle, they know, like, oh, hell, like all these people are looking at me and making this joke about me. And I understand with like celebrities, they're kind of subjected to it, and like they kind of brush it off as like, okay, I'm a meme for like a minute, and then the new meme comes out and it's like part of being a celebrity. It's so odd. Like normal people can be subjected to that same kind of treatment and virality now because of social media. Like everyone has social media, so who's to say what goes viral? But it affects people, and that's what I thought when I saw this video. Like Loren posted this video, one, not thinking it would go viral. She only had like 100 or so followers, and so it brought on a lot of attention she didn't anticipate. So even, which is still not okay. It's still not okay to bully someone for a smaller audience. On the other side of that video she made was Melissa. And Melissa, she responded to this and she said that she had gotten a lot of spam hate because, again, Loren didn't post it with good intentions or awareness. She posted to bully her. So a lot of her fans and people that did agree with Loren, because there are some people that they'll share those sentiments, went onto Melissa's page and spammed her and gave her a lot of hate. But shortly after, there was also a lot of support and a lot of people came to her defense. Recording people in public without their consent is weirdo behavior. That is creepy. Why would you do that? Women should be supporting women in whatever they're doing, you know? She thanked people for coming to her support because there are a lot of nasty people on the internet that they just get off on leaving mean comments and ridiculing others and promoting harassment and bullying. So she was very grateful that a wave of people came and didn't do that and actually offered her a lot of love and support in this trying time. And to go back to the point that there is another person on the side of that video, you don't know what people are going through to record them and then post them on the internet and subject them to hate. Melissa kind of came out and explained that during that time she was at the gym with her husband, and this was during around the time of the flooding and like the heavy rain in Southern California. And so around this time she had lost a very close friend, someone that she considered to be family.
En esos días a mí me da la noticia que fallece un amigo de Culiacán, que no era no nomás un amigo, era para mí como familia. Porque si yo hubiera sido una persona de mente débil, o sea, a como yo estaba de triste, en depresión por la muerte de mi amigo, imagínense, en cualquier minuto me hubiera pasado por la mente, si hubiera sido mente débil, en quitarme la vida.
And she couldn't even attend this person's wake or funeral because of the undrivable conditions in Southern California. So she lost someone very close to her. She was grieving, couldn't really complete her grieving process because of the weather in California. And then when the weather finally cleared up enough to kind of get out of the house and not be consumed by grief, she goes to work out, which someone does for their physical body and their mental health. They are subject to cruel ridicule. That's very unfortunate. That's very sad. And Loren still heavily believes she's in the right, and she believes that what she did was fine and shouldn't hold any consequence. And the only thing I really want from Loren is just to learn and grow up a little bit and know how to take some accountability. You are allowed to have an opinion. Everyone has opinions. We're inherently biased and prejudiced because our brains are wired to keep us alive and survive, and we make snap judgments. But we are also so equipped with empathy and critical thinking that what's not okay is thinking that you are better because you don't live your life the way that someone else is living their life, and that because you made a mistake recording someone without their consent during a time of grief and then subjecting them to hate online, that is not okay. And I hope that you can take accountability and see where you kind of dropped the ball as a person, because your whole profile is about empowering women and kind of giving them the confidence to get in the gym and work on their bodies and feel better about themselves, and you aren't really practicing what you're preaching. So all I really hope for Loren is that she kind of just learns from this, truly learns from this, takes accountability, and doesn't make the same mistake in the future, and doesn't have to put other women down to feel better about herself. So I say all that to say this: just because it's legally allowed to record others in public, let's not. We're already an anxious-filled society who has our depression, anxiety is through the roof. We don't need to have that extra layer of anxiety that someone else is going to record us, put us on the internet so people make fun of us. Let's think before we post things online. I understand virality and clout. 15 minutes of fame feel really good, but they don't feel good when they come at the expense of other people. And I feel like Loren could have easily gotten those numbers if she just kept at her content creation and become like a really big fitness influencer. I truly believe that. So you don't have to take shortcuts for success, and you don't have to make fun of other people to get success off of them. Let me know what your thoughts are on this situation in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think. What do you think about the fact that we can legally record other people in public, and is it even ethical to do so and then post it on the internet? This was a little different than what I normally make, but I had a lot of fun kind of going down this rabbit hole on TikTok this week, and I felt like I wanted to make a little bit longer of a video than just like stitching it on TikTok. I'm really curious, and I would love to have this kind of conversation with you guys. So let me know if you like this kind of stuff. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.